Hello everybody. You probably know who I am by now. If you can't tell, I am tired. It's 6:30 and I have to keep it down because Mum is asleep. The volume's on 7 at the moment. Now, if you remember the last game I did, it was Rugrats at Search for Reptar. This is Rugrats studio tour. We covered quite a lot of strange and weird stuff in the last one. To keep this simple, we're just going to go over 5. So without wasting any more time, we're going to do the same as we did last time, skipping, and hopefully we will begin. Alright, so the storyline is the Pickles and also Angelica are out on Chucky basically are on a studio tour, and then they decide to run her off, which they usually do, and they decide to play with a few things. I think for the first time you can actually see an adult, but it's only cinematic. We'll explain more on the way. So basically, Dill presses a button. The security guard comes along, turns the light on. Dill loses all the keys and somehow locks himself in the room. It's got that same Rugrats music. But the creepy thing I want to cover is this. It's a man that appears in every scene that you come into.
Big enough for the both of us, so I'll leave. Both y'all need to start filming your Western epic lazy saddles. Get along, little Susie.
That's Susan the kid to you, fella.
Where on earth did he go? There's more. I'll find it for you. Here he is again, to greet Angelica, then disappear into the same room.
Arr, ahoy, matey, you're lady. The Captain Cookie's crew is ready to set sail. Go through yonder doors and choose a set to start filming. See you on the set, landlubber.
See what I was talking about? Why does the same man disappear near the same looking door? It's rather creepy, and he never shows up. He only just shows up in the beginning of the game, when you choose the dressing room.
Drivers just keep getting younger and younger. The crew's ready to film the big race scenes, so put it in high gear and peel out through those doors.
What? What's behind that door that they don't want us to know? And here's the last time you see this person.
Right. I asked for Captain Kirk and he sent me Mr. Spook. Well, get ready. You're going where no baby has gone before. Outside space.
That's not serious.
Pretty creepy. Where does he go? Where does that door lead? Answers just mean more answers. I'll guess we'll never know what happens to the guy at Meet You. What I want to talk about next is the ghost cat arts that you can find in the karting bit. That's a little bit like quite a few games that I've played in the past. Like that. If you're not expecting it, it can be a little bit of a shock to you. Imagine you're just running, minding your own business. Then something like that appears from out of nowhere and gives you a little fright. This game's supposed to be for children, by the way. Just thought I mentioned that. The third, but yes, we're counting down. If you this is the okay. This is the this is the Western Golf that you can find in Lazy Saddles, and there's a kitchen that looks suspiciously like the Rugrats kitchen in Search for Reptar. The Search for Reptar. After completing the golf thing, you will be greeted by something like this. What, you can't see it? Let me just zoom it for a little bit. It's a Mr. Friend that's with a cowboy hat, but for some reason it looks rather creepy. Having that pop up every time you complete something, it's a little creepy.
Ready? Lights, camera, action!
The second thing I'm going to show you is, no, not the water. Can only go so far in that. Really nice how they've made it look a bit realistic.
Don't forget, you'll be needing 4 blue keys to open the final treasure chest. Good find.
it's the robots and the creatures that you try to avoid. That seems to be a bit nerve-wracking. I'll show you what I mean in a moment. What, you mean this is the only part of the island? Surely not. That's the crab. And it sounds nearer than you actually thought. But it's the Mr. Friend that I'm trying to find to show you. Can you hear it? And if I just go behind there, you can still hear it. If you run into the pirate Mr. Friend, this'll happen. You'll lose a key. But the thing is, in the Captain Cookie's pirate treasure hunt, they always sound nearer than they actually are. For a moment, take a minute to observe every dressing room. Alright, so there's lazy saddles, Captain Cookie, I best not say that because I'll get in trouble. The fine deal one that's you have to get a certain amount of number of keys to get to open the door, which there should be a surprise after that door. And then there's Chucky's one, and Chucky's one is more strange, lost in space, more creepier, but for the last one, what we want to do is focus on the music. I will turn it up for you now. There we go. So that music is originally from Rugrats' Search for Reptar, but they had to include it in the Lost in Space, which makes it that more creepy. You can actually still hear music playing from there. Oh, that's a little bit happy, but there is some creepy music in there as well. And for this you get a nice happy tune and a 3D and a 2D experience mostly. Oh well, I won't be able to show you the actual creepy bit, but there you have it. For five things that I personally chose for you. So there was the mystery man that disappears through the door. There was can't remember all of it. There was there was that Captain Cookie one with the close baddies. There was the minecart thing. There was the what else was there? Sugar. Oh no, I've forgotten again. There was the Lost in Space music. And then there was the then there was I know there was that minecart. Then there was that Mr. Friendly on the flag, which were quite creepy. So all in all, a pretty creepy game. I will be seeing you next time. So for now, cut.